Hey guys, Prowl 1701 here, and today we're going to be reviewing part 2 of The Planet of Fire. And this, of course, is my first time watching it. And I have to say right off the bat, Perry is very annoying. Very irksome. I find Perry very, very frustrating in this story. And here, too, anytime she's talking with Chameleon, whatever form of Chameleon is she's talking to at the time, I don't know, she just grates on me. Every time I'm watching her in the story, I'm like, she's really pulling this story down for me. Also, another little silly bit is when Chameleon a couple times shapes back into her stepdad, but he's painted silver like Chameleon. It looks ridiculous. Okay, it kind of reminds me in Paradise Towers when Richard gets possessed at the end. I think his name's Richard. When he gets possessed by the architect at the end, he's kind of painted silver. It looks a little silly. It doesn't bother me as much in Paradise Towers. I like Paradise Towers. But it's really silly here, especially since it's not just the face, it's the hair. It would have worked a lot more effectively for me if he had just shifted back into her stepdad looking normal like he was in part 1. When it adds the silver bits, it looks ridiculous. I have to say I really like the location work. The location work looks really good. Now again, I'm watching this because I don't own Planet of Fire. I actually added it to the Amazon wish list because I know the DVD has a special edition, and I'd like to see that special edition because I prefer Enlightenment's special edition over its standard edition. So I'd like to see the special edition. But because I'm watching it online, the quality is not as good as I like. I never like watching a story for the first time online, just because I'm always worried the quality not being as good is going to affect my first impression of it. But this was a Patreon request, and Alice doesn't ask for requests very often. So when she does, I definitely want to be able to honor those requests. And plus, I've always wanted to see Planet of Fire anyway, so there's no reason to put it off. I do like the location work a lot, despite the quality of the video I'm watching being decent, but not DVD quality for sure. I like that a lot. Some of the scenery, like when she's by the cliff looking down, that's pretty cool. I really like Anthony Ainley in this one. He's more serious as the master, less campy master or panto master like he can be sometimes, which I don't ever think was him as an actor's choice, but just the way he was directed at times. But he is more serious like he is in Survival here, and I prefer that. I love the standoff between him and Perry when he's trying to sit there and talk sense to her, like, if you destroy that, you'll never get home. The way he does those lines is really good. Turlough has been really good in this one. I like that Mark does a really good job of getting across how personal this is for Turlough, since this is, of course, his people, that they're kind of descendants of his people, finding out about the crash ship, that it might have been his father's ship, because he has that mark on his arm, too. And Mark plays that really well, where you can just see Turlough in this kind of emotional turmoil dealing with all this, because you kind of get the feeling he ran away to get away from all of this stuff, but now that he's thrust back into it, he can't deny the fact, that it's his people. So that's pretty neat. I'm enjoying Mark's performance in this, and Turlough as a character in this, I'm really liking. Davison is doing good in this story. It's weird not seeing him with his coat. I don't know why, but for me, Davison always looks weird without his coat on. With just the suspenders, it looks odd. So I'm having to mentally adjust to that. But his performance is really good in it. I still like the guy with the mustache playing kind of the older, wiser mentor type. Of course, he gets fooled into thinking, the master is the, I forget what he calls him, I can't remember the word he uses, the guy who comes from far away, thinking the master is, the chosen, not the chosen one, but whatever he calls him, I forget what he calls him. And of course, the master being confused, like, who are you? Oh, I'm your servant who's been waiting for you. And the master's just like, stand up. And the master's probably sitting there thinking, sucker. I like how that just kind of falls into the master's lap, so to speak. But he doesn't argue with it. The master, he rolls right with it. Anything or any person he can use. So that's pretty neat. But I still like the actor playing the older guys. I like the guy. I like that actor, his voice. He has a really good voice. And he has a pretty good range, because sometimes he's in awe and other times he's angry. Oh, the heretics can't hurt anyone. Can't hurt anyone. Now this place is on the verge of extinction. Can't hurt anyone. That was pretty good. I enjoyed that. So, halfway through the story, it's okay. It has things I like. It has things I don't like. I'm at the moment, because this story seems to be held in pretty good high regard. At the moment, I'd call it overrated, but I'm only halfway through it, so it's not really fair. But yeah, it has aspects I like and aspects I don't. But I am looking forward to getting more into it. So if you have enjoyed this review, I'd appreciate if you'd click the like button and the subscribe button. That helps me grow the channel. I'm having a hard time crossing that 750 barrier. It's like every time I get close to it, I lose one or two. It goes back and forth a lot. I'm yo-yoing a lot lately between 1 or 2 subscribers. Also, I do have a Patreon if you would like to support me that way. There's a link to that down in the description below. I want to give a special thank you to my patron Alice for requesting this video and requesting I watch Planet of Fire. I also want to give a shout out to 2 of my other top tier patrons, Stephen Crane and the 5th Doctor. I appreciate their continued support, as I do the support of all of my patrons. One of my subscribers, Unknown289, also joined recently, and he's been really kind, sending me a lot of things to my P.O. Box. I do have my P.O. Box down in the description below if there's anything you would like to send me as well as a link to my Amazon wish list, which I just updated with the Planet of Fire DVD today, actually, or when I'm recording this. Most importantly, though, thank you for watching.